Hello everyone, my name is Igor Zuber and today I will teach you how to play Handy Brawl. Handy Brawl is a solo hand management game designed for in-hand design contest hosted on BGG, in which you will take control over a hero who tries to slay some vile monsters terrorizing the kingdom. The game is pretty modular. Right now it consists of 3 different heroes and 3 different monsters. For each game you need to pick exactly one hero and one monster to play with. Because this is our first video, today I will show you how to play with the very basic monsters, which are the blue set, Paladin, and the brown set, the Ogre. Once you choose your sets, you have to set up the game. The setup of the game is pretty simple. All you have to do is make sure that all the cards have a white circle in the top right corner. Now you can give them a nice shuffle. If this is your first time playing Handy Brawl, I highly recommend that you make sure that the hero card is on top. The goal of the game is to rotate all the monster cards so that they have a skull visible in the top left corner. Each card of the game is double-sided and has 4 distinct sections. Some of the sections are healthy, as are all the sections visible right now, but some of them have either an injury icon or defeated icon, which means that the card is losing health gradually. Every time a card loses health, you have to find less healthy status, which means if the card is completely healthy, you have to rotate it to injury. If the card receives another damage, you have to rotate it from injury to defeated. A defeated card still plays. It's not removed from the game, but once all the cards of one side have skull visible in the top left corner, you either win if those are monster cards or lose if those are all hero cards. Now you know what is the endgame trigger, endgame condition, but you don't know how to actually play the game. The game is looped over 3 very simple steps. So first, you always have to activate top card of the deck. After you have activated it, put it to the back, which is a second step. And the third step is to check if all the cards of one side have skulls visible in the top left corner, which is a endgame condition. So 3 very simple steps. Activate the top card of the deck, put it to the back, check if the game is over. Every card in the game has some icons in the top left corner. Those icons can be either active with white background, passive with black background, or reactive with gold background. Every time a hero card is on top and you have to activate it, you must pick exactly one horizontal row of actions which starts with an active one. In this case, you can either pick the first or the second row. However, if the top card of the deck is a monster card, you don't have a choice. You have to activate first row starting with an active icon, which would change something in the game state. I will explain in more detail later. So you still don't actually know how the icons work, but I will explain them to you while we are playing. So first we have to activate the top card of the deck, which is a hero card. Because it is a hero card, we can either choose to activate the first or the second row. So what are the options here? As you can see, we have some arrows here, which means we can either push some card towards the back of the deck or pull some card towards the front of the deck. I'm thinking what I want to do. I will actually pull another hero card towards the front of the deck, which means I have activated the second row. It allows me to move the card up to 2 spaces, but because a card can never be pulled in the very top of the deck, I have used only 1 space here. And now I have to perform mandatory rotate action, which basically means I rotate the card, and as the second step, in the round, I put the card to the back. Now I have to check if the game is over, but it is obviously not. Okay, and now another round. I have to activate another card which is on top. Now we have a more interesting choice, because we can attack another card. So how does attack work? There's a number 2 in this example, which means that this attack has range of 2. So we can either damage this or this card. And I will damage this one and not the first one, because I will explain it to you later. So now we have to find the injury. Okay, the card was healthy, so we found the injury. Now the card is injured. And we have to rotate the card after the attack and put it to the back. Okay, now we have a monster card on top, which is very bad. It will attack us. Okay, what we have here? We have pull here with value of 5 and another icon. This icon means that this monster action will pull a hero card which is in range 5. If there are multiple targets, as there are here, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 range, so those 2 cards are in range, the monster will choose the more distant one. So in this case, the monster is choosing this card, pulling it to the front of the deck, but not to the first space, and this concludes the first action. The second action is attack 1. Okay, so now the monster wants to damage the card and put it in the injury state. However, we have a reaction here, and the reaction here is very powerful. It's a shield, which means that as the hero player, we can activate this reaction and negate the damage. And we want to do this. We have to activate the shield and all the icons that are on the right to it. So in this case it's rotate. We have to rotate the card to negate the damage, which we have done. And now the monster is rotating itself and put to the back. Because the monster pulled a hero card to the front, we have an action now. So we can either do some more damage or pull another card towards the front of the deck. I think we can finish off this one actually, because it's in range, there are no shields. Okay, I will do the damage. Now the card has skull here visible, and we have to rotate the hero card and put it to the back. Okie dokie. Now another pull. So in range 6, we have to pull the more distant hero card, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fortunately, it also has a shield, because then the monster attacks again. And we have defended that. And I put it to the back. Okay, so we can again either attack or push something away. And I think this time I will choose to push away this card up to 2 spaces back and put this card to the back. Now it's a monster time. Okay, here's an icon I haven't explained before. This is a scale, so basically a weight. This is a very heavy card, which means that hero actions cannot manipulate its position. So if I wanted to, for example, push some card away, I cannot choose this one because it's too heavy. This is not active action, so it doesn't work when the card is on top. I have to attack for 4. As you can see, there are 3 cards in range of that attack. In that case, the monster chooses to attack the closest one. But this is a very interesting situation, because we have also a shield action which is in range of that attack. In this case, we can also activate the shield to negate that damage, even though the attack doesn't target the card with shield, but another one. And as the hero player, I want to do this. I will activate rotate the shield, rotate the card, and negate the damage. The monster rotates and is put to the back. Okay, now we have a lot of stuff to do. And because our attack is only on off range 2, we cannot actually hit the monster because it's too far away. But we can do something else. We can actually... Yes, I think I have a nice idea. I will push this card away twice. And rotate this card, put it to the back. And now we can attack. Unfortunately, now the hero, the monster card has some shield here, so it will negate the damage. But then we have some very nasty attack incoming, and we will be able to finish it off probably in one strike. So let's attack it. Monster negates the damage, and we put the card to the back. Now, again, we want to attack it twice. The attack has range 4, so we have to make sure that there is no other shield in that range. Fortunately, there is none. So, the first action makes the monster card injured, which is here. And now we are kind of unlucky, because the second card, the second section which is injured, has now a shield icon, which negates the other attack. As you can see, usually the shield icon is followed by a rotate action, which means that this shield icon will work only once. However, in this case, there is no rotate action, which means this shield is pretty invincible. You cannot damage the card. So how to actually deal with it? And let me tell you how. So we actually cannot do any damage, and we have to rotate the card. And now it's the Ogre turn. So the first row doesn't start with active icon. The second row also. But the third row is very powerful. There are 2 attacks of range 10, which is very far away. We actually can defend it. So both attacks will target the closest card. The closest card has some shield, so it will activate it. The first attack has been negated. Now the second attack, it also targets this card, but we have another shield in the deck and it is in range of that attack. So we will activate it to negate that attack. And as you can see, this powerful attack is followed by rotate action, which means now the Ogre is defeated. So it has put a lot of effort in this attack and now it's defeated. Yeah, we have to put it to the back of the deck. As you can see, the Paladin is very tanky. It has a lot of shields, but it has none right now. Okay, so now we can either attack or pull something into the front, and I think we will just make an attack here and injure this Ogre. Okay, we have to rotate it, put it to the back. Now there is another action that I haven't explained yet, which is this plus. This plus means healing. How does healing work? If there is another card in the deck which is injured, which right now there is none, this action lets you rotate this card to its starting position, so it's healthy again. But because there is no injured monster card, they are only defeated, not injured, the monster cannot activate this one, so it actually activates the other row, which is pull another monster in range 3, which is 1, 2, 3, and this one is pulled to the front, and this one is put to the back. Okay. And now again, this is actually more interesting. So the first row is a shield, it cannot be activated, but now we have some healing, and in that case there is one injured card. So the monster chooses this row, heals this card, which means finding the starting position, white dot, putting it back, and yeah, that was all. So the Ogre healed himself. Now we have another monster card in the front, which is pulling our hero card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fortunately, it's also shielded, so the attack is negated. Okay, now we have a lot of hero cards in the front. We have to plan how to deal with the monster cards, and I think a good a good approach would be to pull some monster card towards the front of the deck to damage it, because we have a lot of damage cards positioned. So let's do 1, 2. Okay, now we can rotate the card and put it to the back. So right now the top card of the deck is attack 2, so it cannot actually damage this one because it's too far away, but we can push something away, and I think in this case I'm not sure. Okay, let's actually push away some monster cards, so it can be this one. I will put this to the bottom. Okay, now we can attack it twice, I think. So the first one attack, injury, and the second attack, defeated, and we put it to the back. Now the Ogre is defeated, but it's still pretty furious, so it will attack for 10. Fortunately, we have a shield in the deck, so we use it to negate that damage. Let me zoom out a little bit. Yep. And we put it to the back. Okay, now we can push or pull something. Unfortunately, the only card which is not yet defeated is actually has the weight, so we cannot push it away. But we can pull some damage card, which is actually nice. Okay, so let's do this. Now we can damage this card. So let's do this. Let's attack for 2. Okay, now it is injured, which is very great. We have to rotate it, put it to the back. And now the monster card is attacking in range 5. Okay. So this is actually the first time that we are injured, which is funny. Okay, let's put it to the back. Now, oh, we actually didn't have that. So this means that a hero card, so we have to push away a hero card which is in range 3. So in that case, we want to push away the closest card. So this one. So let's do this. Bang. Oh, it has pushed away our card. Now it's attacking for 5. Okay, so we don't have any shield in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. So we actually are damaged again. Oh, and sorry for that. This card has received some damage, but it's not defeated yet. It's first injured. My bad. Okay, so this card has already been activated. So now we have to pull a hero card range 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the most distant one. Fortunately, again, it has shield, so it negates the damage from this attack. And we put it to the back. Okay, and now we have some actions. So how do we actually defeat the last card? Okay, we have some attack 5, which would be very nice. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it is too far away, but if we pull this card towards the front, 1, 2, it will be in range. Okay, and now I think this is the final attack, unless I have missed something. Yeah, there are no shields, so we can attack. So the range is 5, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this card is in range. I don't see any shields, so we can actually damage it. Nice. And I put the card to the back, and now we check the end game condition, which is actually met. So as you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, monster skulls in the deck, which means we have won the game. So thank you for watching. This was Handy Brawl, and those were Paladin and Ogre sets. And I think I will teach you how to play the other sets in some other video, so stay tuned, and yeah, see you!